Okay, guys, and hello there. I don't know why I said okay, guys, before I said hello there. Hello there, guys, and welcome to another episode of What If Civilization Started Over on Pangea? Nope, that's the wrong layer. But yeah, um, so let's do a quick recap of the last episode. So in the last episode, we saw the establishment of trade routes, which I slightly improved just a little bit, like down here and over here. And obviously added a trade route between Sri Lanka and their colony. Yeah. We also saw the addition of the major cities layer, which I have spiced up a little bit, but not too much. I didn't do this country actually because they have wrong colours, or weird colours for their major city, because they is yellow. I forgot to do them, so we're just gonna plop a whole bunch of cities down right now while you're watching. But yeah, we also saw the explorers over here get lost. Oh, was that in the first episode? No, it was in this episode. And they're yeah, wait, the last episode. And them just end up in civil war over what to do. We saw the Sri Lankan team happen, where it was just like a family of fishermen, just like, please migrate over here. And now they are pretty dang strong. Well, they're a country. They're a pretty rich family. You know what I meant. And yeah, so without any further ado, let us jump straight into this episode. Right. Okay, so the first event that we will see happening is the red team will send out a second batch of explorers over to this region, and they'll find up find up find out about these three countries over here. And this will be like a revelation for all of these three countries. We didn't need to go to war. We literally just fought each other over how to get back to civilization, and now, oh, well, that was kind of pointless, but okay. Um, this then prompts a slight change in trade routes. So let me show you the updated map. So we see these three countries be connected with world trade. Also, maybe we see a new trade route coming here, just because that's annoying me, the lack of trade routes there. And maybe we also see a trade route start to go around this region. Right, so next we'll be looking at some good old country expansion. So, this region here will be highly contested by the blue team and the red team because there is a trade route up here that goes past it. And the red team claims that the trade route is theirs, and blue team claims that the trade route is theirs. And this starts to like advance their rivalry a little bit. Um, so they'll end up getting the like actual checkpoint for the thing, but then the red team will end up getting the actual entrance to the thing. No, not Phil. Will go. Sorry. Will claim the actual entrance to the trade route. And yeah, this will be like our first properly disputed territory. Like, I know. Well, actually, no, it won't be because it's this island as well. It's disputed by this lime team and this yellow team. So they will start to get a bit aggressive with each other, and this will actually lead to the first proper war of the series. Now, it won't be a very big war, or will it? We'll have to wait and see. So, first, red team troops march along the trade route, demanding that the trade route be given to them and occupying it. So they occupy the trade route region. Oh, what the skibbity is going on there? Hang on, I might make them like a slightly different colour to the red. Right. So they will claim the trade route and like the greater trade routing region. Hang on, no. Okay, hang on. I don't have a recolor tool, and it's really annoying, but there's no recolor tool in Sketchbook, so I cannot use recolor in the wars. So, oh right, that's because it doesn't have that board. Okay, we're done. Oh, for frick's sake, it's the same bloody color. Sure, that'll do. Okay, so they will occupy the trade route. And then that will lead to this lime, sorry, not lime country. What do you call it? Blue country. Will re-seize the land around their coast and will start to push back the red team occupiers in the north. And the red team will realise that they'll need a little bit of help. And that help will come in the form of the yellow team, who is looking for a bit of a power grab. So the yellow team troops will advance into this region of that country. Oh, no. Hang on, let me just set that up real high. I mean, I don't want it to eat the sea, so maybe we'll have to stop it from doing that. So they will advance up into this region. And this will then call, obviously, the green team in on the blue team's side, because the green team wants that island, and they will capture that island. And they will then capture all of these regions of the yellow. No, not quite. All of these regions of the yellow team. Yeah. So we just saw that escalate pretty quickly. I've just realised that that wasn't a different colour, so we're just gonna fix that a second. So yeah, we just saw that war escalate pretty quickly. I'm not gonna lie. It went from just a regional conflict to, you know, Mediterranean to just bay-wide war. So that's not good, but womp womp. So this will lead to the blue team pulling back, and the red team advancing more into their country. So next up, we will see the green team continue to absolutely thrash the yellow team, cutting off this peninsula from the rest of the mainland, and also occupying a whole bunch of this only explored land because, oh for frick's sake, I drew it in the wrong colour again. So yeah, they will occupy that land and a whole bunch of this unexplored land, cutting this peninsula off from the main peninsula. So this extra front will then cause the yellow team to pull back a little bit, allowing the blue team to push them back a little in this region. However, it won't be by very much. Why did it do that? So yeah, While it won't be by very much, at least they'll get to push them back. Next up, we will see this country's entrance into the war, which is actually kind of surprising. Totally doesn't mean that the country was bribed by the red team. So yeah, they was the red team? Yeah, the red team. So they will make a large sweeping campaign through this portion of the line team, the continental portion. And for this next part, we'll turn on major cities. So, as you can see, the yellow team haven't managed to successfully siege and capture a city. They had captured one and got pushed back. This team has lost these two major cities, which are also pretty vital in keeping this part of the empire connected to this part. I mean, they do have this like tiny little land bridge, but it's not the best. The green team has captured 1, 2, 3, 4 major cities. It has this entire peninsula cut off. So, I mean, obviously the yellow team is a naval power, so they just would ship. But it must be pretty difficult. So yeah. And thus the war will continue. So the light blue team will manage to push back the yellow team completely out of their territory because the yellow team have focused on a reconquista. Okay, look, my brain is not awake at this position in time, or just ever. It just never works. So they will manage to recapture this coast and will make a naval landing and recapture the island. They will then push out from this island that we can see that they do own if we just turn off the major cities. And they will make a small naval landing. Oh, for God's sake. I'm gonna have to hit the undo just so I can get the colour again. Oh, for God's sake. No, it's okay, we'll just make another yellow occupation colour. So we will then see the yellow team occupy these regions of the green team. To the green team's pretty much complete shock. They knew they were a naval power, the yellow team, but they didn't know that they were that strong. So the yellow team's big focus over here will lead to them actually being pushed into by the what do you call it, the blue team, capturing all the way up to this major city. Then the red team will be pushed back around this major city, but will not gain back. Sorry, but the blue team will not gain back this one that connects their two halves. This will probably lead to this major city becoming much richer, but who knows? Who knows? Or honestly, they can also just ship things. It's not that far, but they would quite like to still have a land connection. So this team's entry into the war leads to the green team kind of retreating a bit. I said retreating a bit. And, sure. And, they will pull some troops from this front leading to obviously the yellow team's massive success, to come beat back these dudes. So they won't do much over here, but they will focus in particularly on recapturing this major city, which they will. And things aren't looking too good for the red team side. Or the yellow team side. I can't actually decide who's going to win. I think the red team side at the moment. So the red team will start a massive counter-offensive, actually pushing all the way into this region. Now, all of this land lost will lead to the surrendering of this blue team because they're not very willing to keep this war ongoing. So we'll see them surrender. So let's take a look at a peace treaty. Okay, so in this peace treaty, we will see the red team will gain full control of this trade route, but will not cut the blue team in two. That was like a big blue team thing when they came and sat at the table. The yellow team will be allowed to gain this one major sea. They won't really gain much, actually. I'm going to tidy that border up just a little bit there. So they also gain that little province region thing. The green team gets pretty screwed. Actually, the yellow team didn't take any land, and I want the yellow team to take land. So we will see the yellow team gain this piece of land around this bay, and we'll gain this colony over here in this horn. We will also see the South Continental country. The teal green. No, I honestly don't know what to call that color. The cyan green country. We'll go with that. We'll be allowed to take this major city, and that will do it for the peace treaty. Next up, we will see some colonization happen by some of these countries. So, the blue team will then decide to subsidize their losses by a pretty big colonization, all the way up into, okay, that's on the major cities layer. All the way up and encompassing that lake. The yellow team will then gain a whole bunch of land over here. The orange team will gain a land connection to all of these other countries, and will expand a little bit into this region. The red country will do a little bit of expanding, but will be kind of run out of money due to this war, and not having any losses to subsidize doesn't even mean that like they're even like wanting to colonize more land. Maybe we see the green team do a little bit of colonization over here into this region, and then the seafoam green. I don't know what to call them. The cyan country, I think, is what we'll call them. We'll colonize all of this and this one tiny little island. I really want to know where this actually is. Maybe that's Australia? Yeah, because that looks like... I don't know. I honestly have no clue. It might be Australia. I have no clue. Why have all three of those united? Wow, okay, guys, new union. No, I do not know why they've united. I honestly think that this is the law drop. So these three countries, they decided to reunite, seeing that it was kind of pointless to have broken up in the first place. And so they will reunite. Yep. That will be written into the law now. It was a complete accident, but it will be added to the series. The what do you call it? Sri Lankan team will explore a lot into the Indian subcontinent. Well, I mean, pretty much anything that you can actually recognize as a subcontinent in this world, because it's all on one continent. But Sri Lankans will manage to explore all the way over to here, and you will very much colonize a whole bunch of this land. This now became a whole bunch more valuable, as well as being pretty nice farmland. No, 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 no. I was probably trying to get rid of a border by like spamming them that they united with all three of these countries. That was sorry. Yeah. But yeah, that will do it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this little war thing. We saw a lot of border changes, but unfortunately nothing else really happening. Like, I hope that next time we get to see something else. But, yeah. If you enjoy, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.